Hey, what's going on, Anthopants? We are on day 133 of the Blaze Mania No Death Challenge. That's not correct. Yeah. Oh. See how it goes. I don't really remember what happened last time. It's a blur. It's all just a blur. I think I got into 7. I think, anyway, something like that. So
get in on it.
We'll see how she goes. Tez914, thank you for the follow. Well, yeah, we might. Yeah, this is gonna be funny if I can't get through stage 1. Oh my gosh. Oh, Rod Armor, how's it going? What's up, Wreck-It? Yeah. How you doing? I'm just here. We're getting started. I might not get through stage 1. I'm playing bad. Yeah, I practiced 8 today. It was actually a bad practice of 8. I just wasn't doing very good. Sunday was good, Noisy Boy. Yeah. Sunday was pretty good. Hope everybody's doing well. How's it going, Wooter? Is it Raichu? It looks like Raichu. Is that who it is? Would I ever stream a practice you think it would be super interesting to watch? I mean, when I start doing skate, that's what probably all you're going to see is practice runs with skate. Until we can actually figure out 7 and 8. But the reason why I don't stream practice is because I don't practice for like a massive amount of time every day. And if I do stream practice, it just will eat up into my run streams. So I won't be able to do as many runs as I'm able to do. But yeah, I don't know. It's not super exciting, the practice runs. It's mainly just like I pretty much just run stage 8, like the whole stage. But then if I have trouble with the section, I'll rerun it, go into like a save state for it, rerun that section. And then if I'm having trouble with Mr. X, I'll run at Mr. X, just Mr. X. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself kind of like sharp on 8 as best I can, and then I'll usually run like a 7. Yeah, and then I don't know, any section that I'm having trouble with, like during like a stream, you know, I'll try and run that a couple times just so I can get like just better used to it. But yeah, it's really just more so I'm not like getting rusty on anything, because I'll go long periods of time without fighting, you know, like doing like sword against kickboxers or and let me see if I do this. This might be a bad idea. You know, or it'll be long periods of time where I could even like go into 8, so I just do it to keep myself fresh on those levels. That way I'm not wasting time on them, like when I can actually do runs. Ugh. But yeah, I mean, really the best thing would be like if I had more time to do runs. You know, because I'm really limited in what I can do. It's my fault. I'm prioritizing sleep over playing, and I'm kind of like treating it like a marathon rather than a sprint. McLeod, thank you for the good luck. Yeah, we'll see if we can hit the guys today. That's what the game's all about. But yeah, when I was first playing, I was just on YouTube. I'd just do a run, I'd achieve something, I'd post that video on YouTube. Then people were like, dude, you should Twitch stream. And I was like, well, if I Twitch stream, you're gonna see a lot of like failures. Like, I don't pull this off like on the first try. And everyone's like, we don't care. Like, we get it. We already understand that concept. I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, so yeah. Have I seen Remember the Titans? Yes, I have. Wreck-It, is that a joke one, or are you being serious? Have you seen Varsity Blues? Yes. Necessary Roughness? Yes. The Program? Yes. The Longest Yard? Yes. You can't seem to cheer, Soch King? Okay. How was the movie last night? I watched Dragnet last night. It's fun, you know, it was a fun movie. It was basically like exactly what I expected. It's like just a fun comedy to watch. Yeah, I think I've seen it probably when I was a kid because I didn't really remember it very well. So I've got like about a 20-year, like around a 20-year memory. Hip hip hooray, I can cheer. So yeah, Wreck-It can do it. Wreck-It's good at it. But yeah, after about 20 years, I start forgetting, like if I've only seen a movie like probably like once or twice, I'll just completely forget a lot of the stuff about it. Or like I'm like, I know I've seen this, but like, eee. Noisy Boy, thank you for the 1 bit and for proving that cheering is still a thing. It's just you, Soch King. That's okay. Don't worry about it, Soch King. You don't have to cheer. I get the, I feel it in my heart, whether you cheer or not, Soch King. I still feel it in my heart. It's like a stabbing pain. No, it feels, I don't I got nothing. Anyway. Yeah, it's okay. But I'm definitely getting to that point where I'm so old now that it's been so long since I've seen certain things that I can't even remember if I've seen them or not. It's crazy. Because I remember a time when like I remember like basically every single movie I had seen. Like if someone was like, "Have you seen this?" I was like, "Yeah, I've seen it." Like I remembered every movie I had ever seen. Oh, jeez. But yeah, but I do like them sports movies, so Remember the Titans would be a good pick if I hadn't already seen it. Sports movies are really fun to watch. Have I ever seen the Speed Racer movie? I think so. Is the Speed Racer movie the one that's got Emil Hirsch in it? What's the name of that guy? He's from Into the Wild and Alpha Dog. But anyway, yeah, I've seen that one. Is Christina Ricci in it? Is that who? How's it going, Tomboy Player? Yeah, Speed Racer. Speed Racer definitely flopped. There's no way. I can't imagine it didn't flop. I think John Goodman was in it as well. It wasn't very good. That was one of the issues with it. Or at least I wasn't crazy about it. If you did like it, you can get out of my stream right now. I'm just joking. Yeah, that'd be the greatest criteria ever for kicking people, is that they don't like the movies that you like. I don't like Jaws 3. Oh, you don't like Jaws 3, eh? Well, how about you don't like Jaws 3 in Banhammerville? the hammer comes down. What? You got kicked out of someone's stream for not liking Jaws 3? Who likes Jaws 3? This guy likes Jaws 3. That's who. Soj King, thank you for the 133 bits in honor of the 133rd day. This is like the second time you've given me 133 bits, right? Didn't you give me 133 bits last time as well? But today is actually the 133rd day. Pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Last time was a joke, yeah. Our Rulo, how goes? How you doing? I know I answered your question, but I don't remember if I actually said hello to you, Tomboy. I think I said hello. Anyway, hello. Keep going. Hope you're doing well. Boom, baby. We're on 3. Oh man. Oh, jeez. Is Tomboy still here? Maybe not. Maybe Tomboy just jumped in, said hello. Oh, wait. I'm totally wrong. I'm totally wrong. Yeah, she's still here. That's why you asked.
I will drive you from this realm!
Mutes, yeah. Tomboy player knows exactly what's gonna happen. I was a little slow on that one. Once I heard the music, I was like, I know what's going on. Yes. Thank you, Soj King, for the 120 bits. Oh, jeez. Oh. But yeah. I went through a Steven Seagal kick where I was just watching a bunch of Steven Seagal movies. I think I watched about 5 of them. I watched Marked for Death. I think that was the first one I watched this time around. I've seen them before, but it just, you know, sometimes you go like a couple years without seeing a Steven Seagal movie, and then you're like, let's just Steven Seagal it up. He's got 5 really good movies. I think it's 5. So Marked for Death, and then there's Hard to Kill. All of his movies are like this too, so for me to remember the names of them is so difficult. There's Out for Justice. Yeah, Marked for Death is the one where he's fighting I think they're like Jamaican. And there's like a Jamaican like drug kingpin that he's fighting. And then Hard to Kill is the one where they end up shooting him and he's in a coma for 7 years. And then somebody comes to kill him and he can't move, but he ends up using a mop and his bed that's on wheels to escape the guy. He's just basically like playing elevator tag with the guy. It's pretty great. And then Out for Justice is the one where his partner, he's like a detective, and his partner gets killed by this mob boss guy. So then he's out looking for this guy and just wrecking the whole town in the meanwhile. And there's Under Siege. I don't know. I'm going to go through every single one of these guys' movies. That's the one where he's on a boat. Everyone knows this one. And then there's, I didn't watch this one though. His other one is his first movie, which is Above the Law. And that's it. Those are five good Steven Seagal movies. I mean, they're good. Nico Above the Law. Yeah, Nico. And like in every one of his movies too, everybody knows him and freaking loves him. That's the thing. Like he'll walk into a room. It's usually like the bad guys don't like him when he walks into a room. They're just like, oh, this guy, you know? And then for some reason they try and fight him, and it's like, how do you not know this guy? How do you don't you know this guy? You're gonna get wrecked if you try and fight him. Don't fight him. But he'll just walk into like like some party, and everyone's just like, oh my gosh, Nico, like, oh my gosh, like he's just like what happened? Did heaven run out of room? So now you gotta grace us with your awesome presence. He's just like, hey, like talking soft. He's got a different weird accent in every movie too. He'll try and do like an Italian mobster kind of accent. It doesn't really work. Then he'll try like a little bit more like a hippie accent in him. He was doing that in The Glimmer Man, and it doesn't really work. And then he goes more like New Orleans kind of sounding. It's... What about Sniper? Special Ops. I haven't seen any of the like... How's it going, Racknut? I haven't seen any of... What's up, Sargo? Yeah, I haven't seen any of the like... The Steven Seagal movies that are like, you know... probably really bad. But in Glimmer Man there was like one scene. It was only like one scene too, and it was towards the beginning where he has a fight scene, and it was just shot and edited weird, where most of the time when like there's a Steven Seagal fight in his older stuff, like you can see what's going on, and you see him like actually like hitting guys and grabbing guys and throwing them through windows, and it's really cool to watch. Like, he's got a cool fighting style for film, where it's like, dude, you just put up like a bunch of glass and walls that you can throw people through, and tables that you can bust them through, and then you put someone like Steven Seagal there who's just like doing that, and it looks awesome. I don't like real fights. I like the fights that look cool on screen. But anyway. But this one, Glimmer Man, he had one fight where I just felt like it looked like he didn't throw an actual punch with another person on screen. That's what it looked like. Like, it looked like all the punches that were thrown were done by like stunt doubles. It was just weird. Like, maybe Steven Seagal just was like, alright, we're done, and he just left the set, and they're like, we still got stuff we gotta film. And they're like, well, just take the, like, the head-on shots of him, and we'll just edit it where it looks like he's doing stuff. But he's not actually doing it. Good stuff. On Deadly Ground. Yeah, maybe I'll try and watch On Deadly Ground next. Is that one good? On Deadly Ground? This is not good. What are we doing, dude? That guy was trolling. Ugh. Oops. You don't want to punch there. Do that gives you slow jump. A little bit harder to dodge with slow jump. Marked for Death? Yeah, I talked about Marked for Death. And then a lot of his newer movies, if you look through it, they're like mixing the like names of stuff. It's like Marked for Deadly Ground, you know. Hard to Target, you know. Under Target to Kill. What? That one doesn't make any sense. It's almost like he's hoping like you're gonna be trying to watch Marked for Death, and then you'll accidentally click on one of his newer ones because you think it's Marked for Death because it's called, you know, Marked for Destruction. You just get confused for 2 seconds. What? Rod armor? What is this? I will not watch that. Yeah. But anyway, I've just been totally in the mood for that style of movie. Like, I watched this Jean-Claude movie where he gets sent to some, like, I think it's a Russian prison or something like that. And there's some, like, giant Leatherface dude in the prison that he, like, befriends through the wall of the solitary confinement that he's in. I don't know. There's something really fun about these movies. Fire Down Below. Is Fire Down Below the one with Kurt Russell where Seagal gets blown up in the first like 5 minutes of the movie? Tom Arnold? Is that a real story? Tom Arnold Steve Robin Hood is going. Executive decision, yes. What's Fire Down Below? I'm gonna need a little bit of context here. But yeah, Executive Decision was a good one, and I was, when I first saw it, I thought it was gonna be like a Seagal movie. Oh, then Seagal's dead in like 5 minutes. I was like, oh, that was cool. They like, because I thought, you know, Steven Seagal's in the movie. He's going to be in the movie. I actually thought it was really cool that they killed him, and I didn't realize that like it was going to be a Steven Seagal movie, but he was just too difficult to work with, so they ended up just killing off his character. Tom Arnold's being interviewed by Conan O'Brien. It's just, it sounds so ridiculous, but it's probably true. That Steven Seagal would just be in the middle of a fight scene and then like, forget this. Donut time. Oh my gosh, Steven, have a little pride for crying out loud. Out of all the 80s, 90s tough guy action stars, I think I give it to Dolph Lundgren. I think in real life, Dolph Lundgren is going to beat everybody up. That's my guess. I'm trying to think of somebody like... Yeah, I give it to Dolph. Alright, I'm trying to get a little bit in the right mindset for stage 4 here. Elevator. This is gonna... do not fail. How's it going, Noob Shiba? Probably had room there. It's just relaxing, nice. Yeah. Me too. That 4 went pretty decent. That knife guy just didn't capitalize on the fact that I was drinking water there. Yeah, but Edie cooperated pretty nicely. He can be a real punk. Yeah, last time he almost got me. Jeez. Sloppy. What lever do I use? Name some levers. Is Sanwa a lever? Trying to remember. It's a Japanese lever and buttons. Yeah, it's a pretty popular one. Sanwa, yeah. I think I have Sanwa lever and buttons. Yeah, I'm on a Sega Genesis console, but yeah, he's talking about the arcade stick that I have in the background. I'm playing on a 6-button Genesis controller. Yeah, I think it is a Sanwa JLF, just like it's like the popular, typical one. Because, yeah, that's like the second arcade stick I bought. I bought a, that one's a Mayflash. Was it the 55? I don't remember what it's called. Anyway. That one's the F300. Yeah, the Mayflash F300. And then I had, the first one I bought was the F100. And it was just too small. Like, I couldn't do stuff without the stick flying around all over the place. I mean, the whole, you know, the whole arcade stick mechanism. It was just not, it wasn't heavy enough. And then I got that one, I was like, oh, this actually feels really good. So. And then I just switched out all the buttons, the internals on it. Really straight with the lever, I get stuck on the dead space after the switch when I try to double tap. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not, no! I'm not great with an arcade stick. That's how I feel about it. I like playing on arcade stick. I think mixing it up with different controllers is good for your brain. It actually makes you a better player to be doing that. But I am more comfortable on a controller for the most part. Like just your pad. I do play better, I think, on pad than on stick. But I like playing on stick. And I play good enough on stick that, like, you know, I can still do stuff I don't think anybody else has done. So I'm just that tiny bit better on pad. Oh, why am I making mistakes like this? Oh, I thought he was gonna dive. This guy has fooled me where he's going every single time. Oh, how? You know that guy's there. Thank you. No, no, no. Oh. No, no. Oh, how do you mess up like this? I know Noob Shiva, yeah. It's just some really sloppy, bad playing all around on my part. Like, really bad playing. But yeah, the jets on the elevator are way harder than on the boat. So one of the things that makes the jets on the boat difficult is that you have limited space, and you want to pull them one at a time, but you still have space. What makes the jets on 7 elevator impossible is you have no space. You can't move at all. You have to hold in a single position. You have to keep 4 guys under you, so you're not pulling more jets than you want. So yeah, it's like the jets on the elevator would be really easy if you could actually move around. And that would be the deal. Sorry, thank you for the 100 bits. But yeah, that's kind of like it's almost like the difficulty of this game usually comes in sections where you don't have control over how many guys you're pulling at once, and where you can't really move around a whole lot in order to get through the section without dying. And like 7 elevator is basically just that in a nutshell. Like you're very limited in what you can do and what you can't do. And even like in the ninja samurai section of 7 elevator, you want to like hold like top because that's where the turkey is. So you're kind of stuck there. You don't want to hold middle because that's where the sword is, and then they have a higher chance of getting sword. You don't want to hold bottom because it's too far away from the turkey, then you'll never get to the turkey when you need it. So you're kind of stuck holding top. And you can't really move around too much because then like you're gonna get stunk one way or the other. And then if you do get sword, you now have to play a really specific position again in order to do sword strat against the kickboxers and bikers. Did I get them? No. Oh. Oh, let's go on Epsy Pepsi. See you? Sorry, I missed. Yeah. Oh man, that was a really, really frustrating 5. See if I can recover and actually play today. Yeah, I had a good 4, so maybe my playing isn't too bad. It's just, I don't know. It's just like there's some really sloppy stuff I was doing. Like it's just so sloppy. Yeah, lock in, clean up your mess on 5. I don't want to hear any complaining. No more whining about it. The streets aren't going to clean themselves. Should be... There's only one dude here? How's it going next, Alex? Oh. Man. Oh. Every time you gotta throw it, somebody just smacks you out of it. He's got a ton of health. Oh, oh my gosh. Hmm. The hospitals are past, yeah, past capacity. No one goes to the hospital after I'm done with them. The only place I go to is the morgue. Man, that was cool. Mr. X has good health insurance, yeah. The health plan for, yeah, working for Mr. X is probably incredible. You know how, like, in the movie The Warriors, it's a bunch of different gangs? Where then they all kind of, like, band together to, like, get the Warriors? How many gangs are in this game? Like, is it all just one gang and they're working for Mr. X, or are they a bunch of different gangs that have come together for Mr. X so that they can beat these guys? It's like, I don't know, I can't really imagine the bikers and the Donovans being in the same gang together. Like, Gowsy and Donovan seem like they're in the same gang to me, but the Signals don't really seem like they're in the same gang. They're probably, you think they're really, you think they're the same gang? I don't know, I don't think so. Like, look, the bikers just seem like they're like their own thing. There's no way this guy and the bikers are in the same gang. Gowsy and Donovan seem like besties. Totally agree. I think they're all contractors. You don't think they're in a gang at all, and they're just like independent people, just off the streets. That Mr. X is like, hey, like it could have just been like something like Mr. X was like, dude, like anyone who takes these guys down, I give them $5 million. You know, and then back in those days, that was like an outlandishly lot of money. Granted, it's a lot of money today, but I'm just saying, back in those days, like, everyone would have been risking their life for $5 million. Today, you'd think about it, probably. Some people wouldn't. I mean, I think that's a possibility. He just threw out, like, a thing. Like a ransom, and everyone's just going after us for it. I would place each person as part of a gang. There's no way them kickboxers are in the same gang. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, the ninjas and kickboxers are in the same gang with each other? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, they don't even go to the same martial arts school, you know? Gauzia, Donovan, and Jack are one gang. That actually makes sense to me. That's not bad. Especially kickboxers versus the fat guys, yeah. Yeah, I know. Like, when are these... I can't even imagine those two people being in the same room, the kickboxers and the fat guys, unless it's like a Kumite movie with Sean Claude in it. Or a Sylvester Stallone movie with arm wrestling. Kind of like John Wick when they put a price on them, yeah. But yeah, to me, the two theories that make sense is they're different gangs, a bunch of different gangs all ganging up against these guys. Or there's just a price on their head, and the whole city just knows it, and they want the like $5 million or $10 million price on their head. And everyone's willing to basically die to get that money. Because that's a ton of money. Seems more like a Steven Seagal movie. No, their eyes are too wide open for a Steven Seagal movie. In order to be a Steven Seagal movie, you need very, very narrow eyes. You know? You gotta be doing this a lot, too. I don't know if Steven Seagal ever gets hit in any of his movies. And then, he's just a destroyer of people. There's a lot of, like, people would be punching, and Seagal's just kind of, like, doing this, and just blocking all the punches. You think it's warrior-style rod armor? Yeah. I mean, I think it makes sense. I don't know. There's a possibility. I don't even think the signals are part of the, like, Donovan, Galzia, Jack gang. I can see Barbin and Elektra being in the same gang, because Elektra's kind of like ballerina-y, and Barbin's ballerina-y as well. Like, they both do ballet, probably. That's where their discipline comes from. And Elektra lost her hand in a tragic Black Swan ballet accident. This stuff happens. And so she uses the whip. The Elektra Signal gang. I don't really see Elektra and Signal though in the same gang. Yee. But I do see probably like someone like R Bear and the Big Bens could be potentially in the same gang. R Bear, Big Ben, maybe Signal is in that gang as well. I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't know. I don't think they were necessarily thinking about this when they made the game. You know, they were just throwing in everything that they could. How's it going, Busey Driver? They totally in the same gang. What are we talking about? Zamza and the Ninjas. I don't know. Are there any one-off non-boss enemies in this game? Vihilits. So Vihilits is a one-off in this game. Vihilits might be the only one-off other than Shiva and Mr. X. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone else in the game where you don't fight different versions of them. The jets and the robots. That's not bad, yeah. Donovan, Elektra, and Signal in the same gang for sure. Really? Why are you thinking that? Where's Galzia in that? If you're gonna put Donovan in there, you gotta put Galzia in there. There's no way Donovan and Galzia aren't in the same gang. Shiva's part of the ninja gang. I agree, yeah. I think Shiva is the head ninja. Abedidi is Mr. X's younger brother. That's the other thing, I think. Zikusano, the second Abedidi in the elevator, that's Mr. X's younger brother. That's defending the elevator before you actually get up to the big brother, who then has his head ninja bodyguard, Shiva, with him. Big Ben in the same gang as the... Yeah, I don't think Big Ben and the Ninjas are in the same gang. There's no way. There's just no way. The Bikers and Signals are in the same gang. Bikers and Signals are in... I think the Bikers are a gang in and of themselves. If you're in a biker gang and there's somebody else who's not on a bike, they're not in the biker gang. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be on a bike to be in the biker gang. And the bikers are the only guys that get on the bikes. I think they're just a gang of themselves. Them and the Rosie O'Donnell bikers in the in the fourth gang. The bikers, yeah. The two bikers and the Streets of Rage 4 Roseanne bar bikers are in the same gang with each other. Somehow Barbin became the bartender of that one. Bikers and Big Bens are a gang. They rule the road. The Big Bens and the Bikers. Huh. I don't know. I see Bear and Big Ben as being in the same gang. They look like they hang out at like the same bar and get into fights with each other. I could actually see... I don't know. Electra's kind of a tough one. You can see Galzia, Donovan, Signal, and Jack being in the same gang. Yeah, I see Jack, Donovan, and Galzia in the same gang. That one's like really easy to see. The Signals, I feel like they just have like too different of a style. Oh, jeez. Big Ben and Signal together. Sport hooligans. I see Big Ben and Signal together more than I see like the Signal with almost anybody else. Big Ben or truck driver, maybe that's just a me thing. Yeah, they're from like over the top, you know, McLeod. But yeah, I kind of see that too. Like the Big Bens feel more like truck drivers. They feel more like they came out of Over the Top, that Stallone movie, the arm wrestling movie, than anything else. Which is why like our Bear kind of feels like he lines up too, because he feels that way a little bit as well. He feels like he could have been out of a Stallone movie. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. Ew. Samurai Ninja, Kickboxers, they hate each other. I can't imagine Kickboxers and Ninjas being in the same gang. And Samurai and Ninjas typically are like enemies. According to like the lore, right, of the historical lore. So I can't really see those two like really even liking each other either. You can see Signals, Donovans, and Galzias in the same rock venue. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Signals, Donovans, and Gauzias. But look at the pants of the Donovan and the Gauzia. They're both like kind of jean jacket, jean pants kind of guys. How's it going, Beast? What's up, little Git? You joined the Signals gang. That'll get, huh? Yeah, I'm trying to think what I would join. I'd probably join the Abadidi Mr. X gang. Tell me, Earl, how it goes? Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can get to level 7. I biffed level 5 in my first attempt, so this is second attempt. Hopefully I can get back to 4 elevator and redeem myself on 5. It's just the worst 5 playing. I think that was the worst 5 playing I've ever had in my life. Maybe in the history of Streets of Rage, that was the worst. The highest amount of blunders in the shortest amount of time. Just like, I just kept messing up on 5. It was really incredible. It's gonna be, if I get another Guinness World Record, that'll be it. The most mess ups on 5 in the shortest amount of time. You join Abadaddy's crowd, yeah. You're safe there, you can cheer. It's got all the makings, yeah. It's exactly what somebody wants. One-third Ninja, how it goes? Yeah, One-third Ninja agrees that the Gauzia, Donovans, and Jack as the leader, it's all one gang. That gang right there makes the most sense to me out of any gang. That could even be in the game. I think that's good. I think that one gets locked in. Oh gosh. Wouldn't it be great to meet like one of the people who made the game and this is the stuff you're talking about? Is Gauzia, Donovan, and Jack in one gang? And then Big Ben, R-Bear, and Signal are in a different gang. Electra and Barbin are a couple. I don't know, man. We were just making a video game, okay? Gaijin, how it goes? Yeah, that's just it. Gauzia, Donovan, Jack, and Electra in the same gang. Electra, Jack. Oh, yeah. I don't see Electra in the same gang as the Gauzias and Donovans, though. I think she's in the gang with Barbin. They're both too floaty. That's the thing. Like, you gotta look at the style of their attacks too. Gauzia and Donovan are kind of like, they're a little bit rougher. They stand up. They just come in. Their shoulders are hunched over. They just give their punches. Whereas Electra's a little bit more floaty with her attacks, and Barbin's a little bit more ballerina with his attacks, his like kicks and stuff. And Jack is like a little bit rougher as well, like kind of like he's like a Gauzia and a Donovan with his attacks. Big Ben, yeah, got demoted from boss status after Secret Rage 1. Yeah, I think it's cool when they do stuff like that. Like, bring back a character, but now they're just, like, normal. Yeah, about the gangs. Let's talk about the ground ever and how much I don't like it. Superman, how goes? Good to see you. Yeah, and there's a baseball bat in the Streets Rage 1, so it's really a missed opportunity that they didn't put baseball bats in this game. Yeah, well, I mean, back in the day, if somebody was like a certain style or a certain thing or whatever it might be, you know, like they made it really obvious. So it's like if you had a character from like, you know, who was like their identity was that they're from the United States of America, they'd have an American flag on their arm. They'd be throwing sonic booms, you know. They'd be in the military. That kind of stuff. They just made all that stuff outlandishly obvious. So for me, I'm like, if it's not super obvious or it's not like in the in like a booklet somewhere in the lore, it's probably they probably weren't really thinking it. Look up Anthony Bowens. What? What am I missing here? Oh, Mr. X. Oh, Mr. X is like Genghis Khan. Yeah. He's just had so many kids. Yeah, that he's basically has his own army. I can see Jack and Galzia being from the same mom. I mean, you could do it. The real thing though is that like there's so many Galzias, it doesn't make any sense unless because if it's the same woman having all the Galzias, how is she having that many Galzias? You know what I mean? Unless like there's like 100 sisters. I think cloning is actually a better explanation for it, if we're gonna go that route. You got to be kidding me. Please don't do this to me again. Okay, this one actually went better than last time. I think last time I never even got the turkey. Maybe they all came from the same village. Yeah, like the same area. The Barbin mustache, yes. Yeah, Streets of Rage 2, The Clone Wars. Oh my gosh. I can't tell what my hair is doing, but it feels like it's doing something not good. I'm having a bad hair day, everybody. I'm having a bad hair day. Wisconsin, yeah. All the Galzias, yeah. Yeah, unless they're robots. These ones just don't explode. Kind of like foot soldiers, except the foot soldiers explode. These guys just don't explode, but they're robots. Robots is another explanation for it. You think Mr. X is waiting till people turn 18? I don't think so. I don't think he's a good guy. I don't think Mr. X is a good guy in any way, shape, or form. Robots would explain the frame perfect kicks, yeah. Would you prefer to beat up 12-year-olds or 18-year-olds? What do you mean? Like, is that a serious question, or like if I was in this situation and I was trying to survive, give me the 12-year-olds. I'm gonna do way better against them. The 18-year-olds, I wouldn't stand a chance against 18-year-olds. 12-year-olds, I might do okay for a little bit. If there's enough of them, it's like eventually I'm gonna go down. This has nothing to do with the game, right? Is that where we're going? Oh my gosh. It always goes somewhere bad. I clarify nothing for no one. Yes. One Third Ninja's really good at quoting people. Really a little too good at it, actually. Oh man. It's not going to beat you out, guys. Yes. We're not going to make it on the Disney Channel with this one. Oh man. Okay. Alright, stage 6. Don't give me any trouble. Don't you give me trouble, stage 6. Don't you dare. Ah, good. Got them both in the double. It's not super easy to do. It's actually a pretty small window of like you're hitting them with a single elbow to like now you're close enough to hit them with the double to now you're too close and they're not going to duck, they're just going to punch you in the face. So the fact that I was hitting them both with it is pretty good since they were staggered a little bit from each other. Soch King, thank you for the 6 bits in honor of hitting stage 6. Greatest moment of my life right now after the first attempt at 5 on the first attempt was you know, it's one of those things you I hope you can forget. Yeah, hope I don't have nightmares about it. I just got the 7 minus 1. Yes. 7 minus 1. Stage 6 doesn't give me trouble. Chat's gonna give me trouble. Yeah. Oh man. Stage 3 times 2. Donnie, whenever. Whenever, Donnie. Superman, yeah, thank you. We'll see. I'll try. I'll do my best. We gotta get through 6 first. Stage 7 ain't no joke. Okay, let's do a good job against the boss. Shoot. Nope, don't do that. Yikes. Uh. Yeah, 3 jets in the fight. If there was 2, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's that third one that really does it. I mean, Shiva's playable in 4. I actually... Yeah, I don't know. 4 did some interesting things, like... I don't really like the fact that you fight Shiva in 4, then you like... Or then he joins your team and you can just like play as him. Yeah. It's like, why not... Like, I like that we can play as Shiva, I just didn't like that, he's one of the bosses. I don't think they should have had him as one of the bosses in 4. Like Riker getting a ship and attacking Picard? Inconceivable. Well, when Picard became part of the Borg collective, he attacked Starfleet. So, you know, it can happen. Yeah, I mean, the Streets of Rage 5, that trailer that was showing what Streets of Rage 5 is gonna look like, yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be some 3D brawler game, like that Fighting Force thing, or maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's not gonna. I don't actually think they're gonna make it anymore. Streets 5. Din was saying we gotta wait for like the PlayStation Awards or something like that, but I don't know if that already happened. If that came and went. I think there was some like a big event that was coming up. Oh wow, yeah, a knife gouges you that you can't kill, so he just chases you around the whole time. That's actually a great idea for a mod. That would make you like such a good knife Gauzia player as well. You just would get so used to having knife Gauzia on screen and like knowing how to deal with them. I think you should be able to knock him down, but you can't kill him. And every time he gets up, he still has the knife. Like you can't knock the knife out of his hand, and you can't kill him, but you can knock him down to give yourself a little bit of time. And I don't know terms like the Board Collective nerd. He doesn't speak Klingon though, that's true, yeah, my Klingon's pretty bad. Oh man. An invincible jet that always follows. That's actually, these are some funny ideas, yeah. I think it'd be cool if like, yeah, like if G-Saurus made like a editor for New Era, people could potentially make things like that if they wanted to. They could just make their own levels, add in like, and instead of like it being like kind of like your typical beat 'em up, you could just add in like challenges and stuff like that. And I think it'd be cool if somebody added a Streets of Rage that had like, so 2 has, and then you add like holes in it that you can fall down, because you can't normally fall down holes in this game. There are none. That'd be kind of funny to do. Then you'd have to come up with like clever ways of getting through it. Yeah. Yeah. A randomness effect would be cool, yeah. Enemies eating your food and things like that, yeah. It's like, I like that stuff as like a mod, you know. I don't like the fact that Streets of Rage 3 had that as like, that's just the game, that enemies are eating your food. I think it would have been cool if Streets of Rage 3 had that like as a version. Like here's a like more difficult version where the enemies actually eat your food, and you know, you can up the difficulty and increase enemies' health and all that other stuff. That'd be kind of cool, but like the way Streets 3 did it, where the enemies just normally eat your food, that's just such an annoying feature in a beat 'em up. Alright. There you go, Donnie. Fighting Arbear, but he's called Richard. No one expects it. These are the mods that we need. And how did you come up with the brilliant Arbear Richard idea? Well, normally people think Arbear's name is going to be Rocky. Really just flips it on its head. Kibitz, how's it going? Axel, is your typical Shoto? Wait a second. Is Shoto the, isn't Shoto the fireball? Is Shoto the uppercut? Because Axel doesn't throw a fireball. Shoto has fireball, uppercut, hurricane kick. Wait a second. So, I thought Sagat was a Shoto character. So Sagat isn't a Shoto character because he didn't have hurricane kick? There was an argument on X a while back as to whether Sagat was a Shoto. Who won? I mean, I would say yes. I actually think it has more to do with the controller movement than anything else. The fact that you're throwing fireballs with the down forward. You're doing uppercuts with the, like, you know, whatever, down forward thingy. It just turns into a lot of name calling. Yeah, I don't really get that one. I don't know why people do that. Like, there's nothing better than having a discussion about something that doesn't technically actually matter and just getting really into it and being super technical about it. But the actual, like, resorting to now, like, trying to insult each other, I don't get that one. Why? Who? Why? The Sagat uppercut always wins. Does it? No hurricane kick equals no shot. Yeah, it just ends up where the lines are drawing. Yeah, I mean, I'd assume people, like, can actually do have decent arguments about it, but it's probably coming more from... I think of it more from a perspective of, like, the style of your hand movement across the controller is what I consider to be certain styles of characters. Like, if I'm doing, like, back, holding back, and then forward, and holding down, and then up, that's, like, a certain style of character. Like, I don't care if they have, you know, it doesn't matter what move they're performing with it. That's the style of character that they are. Whatever that would be called. They're just that guile style. Yeah, how dare I not put Galzia and the kickboxers in the same imaginary gang? Nothing is more important in the world than the imaginary gangs of Streets of Rage 2. There's nothing wrong with getting outlandishly passionate about it, but you do have to control that passion and not resort to silly things like name calling. And you gotta accept the fact that people aren't gonna agree with you, no matter how much sense you make sometimes. In my case, it's how much little sense I make. You know, I just can't believe people aren't agreeing with me, even though I'm making absolutely no sense at all. I'm insulted that people think I have to make sense. Me? Make sense? Me? On Boopy Head? Uh-oh, shots fired. What is sense if not merely a state of mind? Yeah. The weird thing is, though, that, like, that's all I was gonna say. The weird thing is, yes, what's the weird thing? That's it. You get nothing else other than that. It is weird, though, that we do have, there is definitely a objective reality, because you can have a conversation with somebody and you're both experiencing this, basically like similar things to each other. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm rambling. My brain isn't really capable of putting together coherent sentences. But yeah, but it's like, it's not just a matter of like opinion. There is like objective reality. You okay? No, I'm not. I am not okay. I just want to go to 7 today. That's all. I just want to go to 7. I got really close, and then Zamza knocked me. It's just one of those things where he just kept coming after me. Objectivity is dead, at least on the internet. William 5 million. Yeah. Well, it's like there's too many people playing at philosophy, and they're doing it in a way that just suits them. It's kind of like it's that Family Guy thing where Peter's the philosopher, and Lois is like, Peter, take out the trash, and he's like, why? You know, like he's being a philosopher in a way that suits him, and thinking in a way that suits him. So it's just, yeah, I don't know. Everybody does it. It's just most people don't realize that that's what they're doing, I guess. They kind of go to like a macro idea, and if that doesn't suit them, then they'll go to like a micro idea, and if that doesn't suit them, then they'll resort to syntax, and if syntax doesn't suit them, then then they'll start name calling and trying to tear down like who you are as a person. And if that doesn't work, it's like, it's just, yeah, they're not really getting to like the actual idea of it, because it just takes actual effort and time to actually be like a real legitimate philosopher who actually does think things through and is using logic to like build the foundation of an idea. But it takes time and effort to do that. Most people don't really care to think like that. They just want to use, it's like people use psychology like in the same fashion, where they're just using it to like in a ways that just kind of suits themselves. He took emotional damage. Emotional damage. Oh, jeez. Oh, I got greedy. Man. How's it going, Lord? No pants max. Sounds like a terrible idea. What are we talking about? What conversation did I walk into? Why no pants max mod? What is going so so sorry, chat. Oh man. What happened? I know. I want a mod where Max wears more pants, not less pants. I want a mod where the characters wear more clothes, not less clothes. Put more clothes on Abadidi. Give us Streets 4 Abadidi. That's the mod. Those are the mods I want. I kind of wish they kept doing DLC for Streets 4. I feel like there's a lot more they could have done with it. Like they could have added in a new campaign, like of like 4 levels, you know, and then sold that for like whatever, you know, $20 or $30, and people would have been totally psyched to do that. Blaze, yeah, she just has like these cloth things on her feet with like, it looks like they're like tied by like twine, the cheapest of all strings. The Street Fighter, maybe if the Street Fighter movie takes off, it's not gonna. I have a feeling like the Street Fighter movie is not gonna take off. That's my feeling. I hope it makes its money back. I hope it does really well. I don't know if it's going to. Savage bags and cable ties. Yeah, it's just top tier. It just seems like the worst thing to go into a fight with is those shoes. Yeah, Street Fighter movie best, and the Academy Award goes to Street Fighter. Everyone says it all at once. You know, they always do that. Lord thinks it's the shoes that make it so hard to get past 7. Yeah, gosh dang it, Blaze. You couldn't put your other shoes on? Oh my gosh. Where'd you find these shoes? In the trash can? I don't know. If the mini skirt is stretchy enough and it gives her full range of motion with her legs, then the mini skirt actually isn't an issue. You gotta be kidding. It's almost like I'm trying to lose. Only I'm not trying to lose, that's the problem. Do I reset now, or do we wait and see if I can pull off something really awesome? I can't believe how poorly I'm playing today. Stop trying to justify her fighting in a miniskirt, dude. Oh my gosh. You can do it. We believe in you. Oh, Indy, I love you. There we go. Alright. First wave of samurai. Handled. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But Max still has his pants on. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Depends on the game. How well you can talk to chat. I think Streets 2 is actually one of the harder games to play while talking to chat. At least for me. If I'm playing something that's like a lot more, you know, procedural, where it's just like, oh, you just play this way every single time, it's way easier talking. But Blaze's bag shoes. It's those stupid bag shoes that Blaze has. It's killing me. Oh man. Grab one up at the start if I'm going again. It's for the RNG. What? Is that a real thing? That's not a real thing, is it? Missed the RNG manipulation. That's not an actual thing, is it? Try and find out. Maybe it is. You never know. Let's go through the door. I don't know, my playing X-Alex was bad before we were talking about any of this stuff, so I don't think it's chat. I think it's either one of those days where like I'm just hitting really weird stuff and I'm not responding to it well, or I'm just off today and it's showing in my playing. Ooh. Oh jeez. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Everyone gets ban hammered. Yeah, I know. I mean, chat never actually. You guys, yeah, you guys don't actually bother me. That's the thing. Yeah, because I silence any of the alerts if I get to 7. That way I can like focus on it. But then I don't look at chat during the difficult sections. You know, like most of 4 elevator, I'm not looking at chat. Anyway, all that being said, it's definitely chat's fault that I'm doing a bad job today. Why not? You gotta blame somebody for it. Yeah, I mute chat at 7. Learned that one the hard way when I was doing Axel no deaths. And I was on 7, and somebody did something, and I flinched and got killed by one of the guys on like a pretty good run. And I was like, ah, yes, I need to silence that. Thank you so much, King, for the 99 bits. Oh, I need a turkey. Nice miss, Barbin. Oh. Just not good. That is exactly what you don't want to happen. A myth is a female moth. What? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tomboy players being quiet. Oh man, yeah, playing Majora's Mask on 3DS. Nice. I see. I've never played Majora's Mask. I played Ocarina of Time, but I didn't actually end up playing Majora's Mask. Is it good? Majora's Mask is actually really good. Really? Yeah. Maybe one of these days. One of these days. You couldn't get into Ocarina of Time. Ah, yeah. That is kind of controversial. What were you actually playing on an N64 or were you playing on something else? Yeah, I mean, I'm not like crazy about most RPGs, but I did like Ocarina of Time a lot. Yeah, N64. Yeah, I think I'd have a hard time playing Ocarina of Time on something other than an N64. Like, I'd want to play it on an N64. With that totally jank N64 controller. My gosh, I love that controller. Played it on an N64 as a kid, I just didn't care for it much. Yeah, tried again as an adult on Switch and realized that I was right, it was dull, yeah. It's just not your thing, that's just it. If someone calls Zelda games an RPG again, what kind of game is it? Turbo, how's it going? Zelda is an RPG. Don't break your laptop, Tomboy. What? I don't understand what kind of game it is then. Is it like an action adventure game? Dynasty Warrior games? I think I played one of them on, like a long time ago, but not like, I didn't actually play through any of them. I just played like when I went over someone's house one time. Like on the PlayStation. Z button, how I'd play with GoldenEye. The N64 controller does feel kind of gunny. It does feel like a gun. Especially when you're playing a shooter with it, it does feel like that. I think they were kind of going for that a little bit, to give you that feeling of like... You know, because it's called like a trigger as well. And that's the first time I at least have ever heard something called the trigger on a controller. So, I don't know, I kind of agree with your friend. Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link? Is that the one that's really confusing? Okay. Ugh. Can I break an arcade machine, please? What? There's still a dude? Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. Am I gonna die on 3? Not confusing, just harder than most other games. I still don't understand what type of game Zelda is then, if it's not an RPG. I always called it an RPG. Huh. Yeah, let's see if I can make it past 3. Action RPG? Hmm. Adventure game. That's not bad. I don't know. It's a role-playing game. It's kind of like you're not really role-playing in a lot of ways because you're not customizing your character at the start. The only thing that you really can customize is like just different weapons and stuff that you pick up along the way. But then you could call Streets of Rage an RPG because you pick up the sword, you know, or a pipe. Maybe it's not an RPG. If Zelda could jump in the game, then it's probably a platformer in part. Yeah, I mean, Zelda can jump, but you can't jump. Sugar cubed. Does that make sense? Like in Ocarina of Time, he's jumping when you get to like a ledge, but he's also doing that in the like Super Nintendo Zelda as well. Like you get to a ledge and he'll just auto jump. So it's like, it's not really you jumping, it's just the... Yeah, I don't know if I'd say it's a platformer. It has platform elements, but I wouldn't call it a platformer. Puzzle action RPG. Action adventure game? I mean, it was kind of made before, like, probably a lot of these, like, genres even came out. Oh. Who did I call Link Zelda? Is that what we're saying? Probably. If you're expecting me to get anything correct. Zelda's name is Link, and Metroid is a girl. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Turbo Nixter, everything you just said right there is wrong. Just so you're aware. But I think you know that you're doing that, right? Zelda is pretty much, how's it going, R1? Action adventure puzzle. Yeah, I think it fits. I actually think it fits more with that R1 than it does with anything else, really. Do you think Metroid and Zelda are brothers? Yeah, I don't know, Soch King, because I feel like it fits better into the action adventure genre than it does into an RPG genre. because there isn't any role playing. That's the whole thing with the RPG. You know, like in Skyrim, you're actually building your character, and you're giving your character their stats, and you're choosing what they look like. And then the world changes according to choices that you made, because you could make one choice or another choice. It's kind of like that. You're actually role-playing the character. You can play it as a thief, or, you know, in Zelda, it's not like there's more than one way to kill, like, a boss. You basically have to throw the bomb in the guy's mouth or whatever it is, right? You know, like, but Skyrim isn't like that. It's like you can choose like 20 different ways to accomplish the same mission. But in Zelda, it's like there's one way to accomplish the mission. You gotta like block the thing spitting the seeds at you to reflect the seed back at it, and there's no other way of doing it. You can't actually roleplay necessarily. Anyway. Elder Scrolls is great, but not a classic RPG. Well, it depends on which Elder Scrolls we're talking about, though. You know, like Daggerfall feels pretty classic to me. I think even at this point, how old is Morrowind at this point? Morrowind might be considered a classic as well. I don't really know what the criteria for classic is in video game years. Maybe it's like 10 or 15 years for a video game. I know for movies it's like, what, 20 or 25 years that it becomes a classic, but yeah, I think most games went more the Morrowind style route than the Final Fantasy style route, I think, with their like kind of open world and their RPG elements. Coin sack shoes. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Wow, I can't believe I was double hitting them both. I thought for sure I was only doing single elbow to the back lady. Thank you for not hitting me. Oh, jeez. Okay, don't mess up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is man, that's like the worst playing I've ever had in my life. Yeah, if I don't get it, it was the one. It's the RNG one-up nip. Come on, dude. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm never gonna recover from this failure. Never. Terminixer's got the Kevin over there with the question mark. What happened? Oh my gosh. Oh man. I think 6 Alex, yeah. Alright, let me see, let's see if somebody's raging. What? Din's playing Final Fight. I'm just gonna... Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully tomorrow we'll see some 7s. Yeah, thanks Turbo for the nice tries. Thanks R1. Oh jeez. Okay, I'm gonna raid Din. He's playing some Final Fight. Here we go. Everybody jump. Everybody jump. Big jumps. Big fat jumps.